It was a game of runs for the Red Raiders against number 11 Baylor as Texas Tech came out on top 78-68 to secure a senior night victory at the USA. In today's video, we'll recap that game and also discuss year number 1 of Grant McCasland and why the Red Raiders are peaking just at the right time. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And listen, if you're excited to watch Texas Tech men's basketball play postseason basketball, meaningful postseason basketball at that, like the video. That's all we ask. And hey, at this point too, I need to remind you guys this. If you want to come hang out with me and a special guest here for the NCAA tournament matchup for your Red Raiders in just over a week, I need you to do one other thing for me. Obviously, like the video, but hit that subscribe button and come hang out with the largest group of Texas Tech fans during the first game of the NCAA tournament in the Grant McCasland era for the Red Raiders. So if you want play-by-play, instant reaction, and to really hang out with the largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube during the game, it's really easy. Like the video and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's talk about this Texas Tech win over number 11 Baylor by a score of 78-68. Talk about a game of runs. My goodness, this game was just a roller coaster of emotions at times if you were a Texas Tech fan. I mean, at first, you go on a 16-0 run to go up 16-2. Pop Isaacs was sensational in the first half. He had 12 points. And then in the second half, you go up by as many as 16 in this one. Baylor then goes on a 22-6 run to take their first lead in the game since it was 2-0. Then Texas Tech brings back in Pop Isaacs, Darrion Williams, who had 4 fouls by midway through the second half. I mean, it was ugly for Texas Tech when it came down to foul issues. But Texas Tech got their 2 stars back into the game, and they went on a 13-3 run. And really, that was the difference in this one in terms of separating, if you were the Red Raiders, to secure yet another top 25 victory for Texas Tech and Grant McCasland. Now, the Red Raiders, they just once again responded, right? That's the thing that this team does seemingly every time they put themselves in a bad situation or they get into a bad situation. And it's really a testament to the 2 guys that led the way for Texas Tech, because it was night and day difference in terms of how Texas Tech was performing with Pop Isaacs and then Darrion Williams on the floor. Pop Isaacs led the way with 20 points for the Red Raiders in this one. Darrion Williams, yet another double-double, 16 and 11 for him. Those 2 guys are probably going to make all Big 12 teams. I know that might be surprising to some on the Pop Isaac side of it, but Darrion Williams should at least be an all Big 12 second-team lock, in my opinion. But it was night and day difference when those guys were on the floor. Texas Tech obviously went on a couple of those runs, that 16-0 run and then that 13-3 run when they were on the floor. And when they weren't, well, Baylor went on a run. But those guys responded, and those 2 are seemingly playing some of their best basketball at the most important time and critical time for the Red Raiders right now. All right, let me know your one word to describe this Texas Tech win over number 11 Baylor. I mean, it's huge in my opinion. That may be my one word, but I want to hear from you guys in terms of the importance of it and really what you showed in terms of, if you were Texas Tech, to you, the fans. What did they show you, and what is that one word that you would use to describe this win? All right, we've got a new video sponsor here in March. It is MyBookie. I'm excited about this one. Experience the thrill of March Madness with MyBookie. If you're still in the hunt for a sports book to call home, bet the nonstop action of March Madness with MyBookie. Enter the bracket contest for a chance to take home a prize of up to $25,000 or pick from a huge selection of straight-up bets, props, and odd boosts. Whatever your style, MyBookie makes it easy to play your way and get paid. Sign up now and take advantage of their generous welcome offer to secure, well, a massive first deposit bonus of up to $1,000. All you have to do is claim the promo code BACK212. Again, that promo code is BACK212 to get up to a first deposit bonus of up to $1,000. But the fun doesn't stop there. Get up-to-the-minute odds, free bets, and expert predictions to help you decide who to put your money on. The best part about MyBookie, you can bet on anything, anytime, from anywhere. So join the madness and experience it with MyBookie and use the promo code BACK212 to secure your limited time welcome bonus offer today. All right, let's talk about really the Red Raiders securing this tied for third spot in the Big 12 and securing a top 4 seed in Kansas City. Because I'll be honest, I was skeptical of this team. And I get it. I know what you're also saying, RC. The season's not done yet. What is it? What does it matter that they finished where they finished in the regular season? That doesn't really matter. I agree. But let's put some context into this, and we'll talk about it at a later date too when the season actually does conclude. But from a regular season standpoint, if you would have told me in year number 1 of Grant McCasland that the Red Raiders would have the same amount of wins in the Big 12 as Baylor and more wins than a preseason national title favorite in the Kansas Jayhawks, I probably would have laughed at you. But that's the reality of the situation. And when you look at the context of this, you have to dive a little bit deeper into it because remember, Texas Tech lost their best defender and really their most versatile player in Devin Cambridge before this squad even played a minute of Big 12 play. Not to mention the illness that really just depleted the roster for a good 2-3 week stretch there. Oh, and by the way, Warren Washington hasn't played for long stretches of the season. The Red Raiders will play on Thursday morning in Kansas City as the 4 seed against either BYU, UCF, or Oklahoma State. And Texas Tech, with that win against Baylor, is likely a 6 seed and maybe a 5 seed going into the NCAA tournament. The job that Grant McCasland and crew have done fighting through various accounts of adversity, whether that's on or off the floor, whether that's injuries, whether that's other things, has really been a sight to behold. The way that they have really grouped these guys together and made sure that the only thing that mattered was those 15 guys on the roster, those 14 guys on the roster, right? That's the only thing that matters when it comes to Grant McCasland. And listen, I get it. The Red Raiders aren't done yet, but they are playing some of their best basketball of the entire season right now, and it couldn't come at a better time. And the best part about it is this. You're likely going to get Warren Washington back here in the not-too-distant future. Maybe not in Kansas City, but in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And your bigs and Robert Jennings and Ameli Olahu went for 15 and 10 against the team in Baylor that has Misi, one of the best bigs, not only in the Big 12, but in college basketball. Your guys are feeling confident. They're playing some of their best basketball of the year, and it couldn't come at a better time if you're a Texas Tech fan as they head into the biggest part of the season, the postseason for your Red Raiders as they head to Kansas City as the 4 seed, securing the double bye with a win over the number 11 Baylor Bears. And now Texas Tech has a chance to really elevate their seeding. Each win in Kansas City has the chance to really make them go up in terms of they could potentially go up all the way to a 5 seed, maybe a 4 if they win the whole entire thing out in Kansas City. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The best part about Texas Tech right now is they are playing their best basketball of the season at the most critical time, and that is a testament to Grant McCasland and the leadership that this team has from Joe Toussaint, Pop Isaacs, Darrion Williams, all the way down. There's been 100% buy-in, and now the Red Raiders have a chance to absolutely cook in postseason play. All right, one more time, if you're excited to watch Texas Tech men's basketball play postseason basketball, simply like the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, just another reminder, we will have a live stream of that first round matchup for your Texas Tech Red Raiders in the NCAA tournament, wherever it may be. And I'll have a special guest on here too, and we'll break down everything Texas Tech you need to know going into that first round matchup in year number 1 of Grant McCasland. And we'll also discuss all the games going on while Texas Tech is playing in that first round matchup here in just a couple of weeks. It should be a ton of fun here on the channel, and you're not going to want to miss it. I mean, let's be real. You're not going to want to miss any of the content we have coming out here. So again, just do these 3 simple steps for me. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to stay in the know on Texas Tech men's basketball all year long right here on the largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube. Of course, I'm talking about the Back to 12 podcast channel.